we have been a joint venture partner for a while, but we feel the time is right for us to now leverage this for greater market opportunity. And to enable us to do that, we've changed the company name as you see on the slide. It's now called Gromax. And Gromax will have a tractor brand called Trakstar and an implement brand called Trakstar. So Harish has covered all the details and we'll be happy to take any questions that you have on it. We've not covered the price today because that will vary from region to region. And I think the first regional meet is going to be in Lucknow very soon in the next few days. And we will announce prices as we go from market to market. But needless to say, the pricing will be very competitive. Okay, I would like to take the first question.
What is the rationale behind this name change? Like when you say leveraging, what do you can you throw more colors to the word leveraging? How are you going to take it? How are you going to take this to next level?
So I think your first question was why change the name? Well, one obvious reason why we're changing the name is to dissociate the name Mahindra with the company, which will allow it to compete independently without any worry of cannibalization. So it becomes a standalone independent farm equipment business, which allows it to gain without leveraging Mahindra's equity, and hence can play its own game completely independently, and like Harish said, in a very lean and agile business model. So that's the primary purpose of changing the name, and to give it a new fresh lease of life internally as well as with external stakeholders.
Was it a problem because Mahindra brand actually it commands a value across the nation, and it's a known name, and suddenly you're disassociating with the brand name? Could you throw more light to it?
Yeah, if you look at what we've done with Swaraj, even though Swaraj division is a part of Mahindra and Mahindra Limited, we don't use the Mahindra name with Swaraj at all. And that strategy of creating a very successful standalone Swaraj brand has worked very well for us. We would like to follow the same principle as we create now Trakstar as an independent third brand.
So it will compete to between the 30 to 50 HP range.
That's correct.
And what is the kind of a market? Since I think I'm lucky, so I can ask more questions. And what is the kind of a market for this this category, and which are the key markets which you will be looking at?
So this is the 30 to 50 HP is a key segment which constitutes more than 80% of the total tractor industry. And markets like UP, Bihar, MP, Rajasthan, Gujarat are very big markets constituting significant portion of that. So that's what we are covering in 2 phases.
And what is the outlook since monsoons is raining outside? I know it's Bombay rain. You specifically told this is Bombay rain. And how scattered is that, and how it is linked to your outlook prospects?
Yeah, I think your question is related to industry outlook.
Yep.
And we had said a few months back that the industry outlook is 10 to 12%, and we are not yet changing that.
How else would you ensure that it doesn't eat into other Mahindra brands? I mean, of course, branding is one of the initiatives you shared that it will ensure that it doesn't cannibalize. Because you're saying that you will be offering products in the 30 to 50 HP segment, and that is the core you have even in the other range. So just wanted to...
Yes, Shelly, I'll try and start the answer and maybe let Harish complete it. So everything about this is standalone. So the dealership network is completely different, manufacturing is totally different, product portfolio is different, brand name is different. So everything is independent and completely standalone. Of course, it will compete in the same industry, but a very different customer segment. The customer segment that we're looking for is one which will enable penetration to improve. And so fundamentally, we're looking at going to the lower end of customers who are more price conscious and more price sensitive. And that's why Harish spoke about, you know, regional players and so on, who play a very different game than what either a Mahindra or Swaraj plays. Both Mahindra and Swaraj are much higher end by way of value addition and offering. This is a more basic product and more affordable. Harish, what?
See, generally the customer who buys mainstream brands are at a different level. And we actually did a market research whereby we tried to look at the customer, and Rajesh is saying about small farmers, and their needs were slightly different than who buys a mainstream brand. Like we felt that there's a need for a total package, there's a need for a low cost of inputs as well. So what we're trying to do is approach them in a holistic way and try to create a value proposition for them, which normally mainstream brands will not go after. And with our financing package, we are sure that we will be able to get those the bottom customers who normally won't get to a mainstream brands and catch them than competing with the mainstream brands.
What would be the average ticket size for these products and implements as compared to your regular brands?
See, right now the pricing is not very different. Pricing is, these regional players will have a slight advantage on pricing. But we are also saying that we will offer them a value with not only a tractor price, with entire bundling of implements and other solutions. And rather than focusing on price, we'll focus on the cost of acquisition and we'll focus on low cash outflow. So therefore, you know, with the financing in place, the ticket price doesn't matter much, but how much down payment you do and how much other peripheral spend you do while farming, that matters them the most.
And one last thing, what kind of, do we see any fresh investment going into this business?
Yeah, we have already invested 40 crores in this project, and over the next 3 to 5 years, we'll invest under 150 crores in total, so as to, you know, upgrade the products, upgrade the facilities, and add the capacities.
150 crores is total investment into the company by both the partners, internal accruals and debt. So that's not only Mahindra's investment. 150 crores is the investment in the business.
What is your market share in Gujarat now with this product? Overall market share plus this particular brand?
So this product doesn't sell only in Gujarat. This is, in fact, its strong markets are UP and Bihar currently, not as much Gujarat. The average market share over the last 4 to 5 years has been in the region of 0.35 to 0.5%. So roughly about, let's say, about 0.5% market share. Last year the volumes were about 1,500 tractors in the year.
And
Sir,
what is the capacity of your Vadodara plant? In 1 year?
Single shift is 3,500 tractors and 2 shifts is about 7,000.
so what kind of sales, especially only for the Trakstar range, you are expecting, and you see it coming immediately after the launch in September and January. So what is the projection on that front, or any target if you can tell us?
We don't share specific targets, as you are aware, but certainly we are doing this with a view to grow this into a significant size business. It's been a kind of small company with not much focus either, or adequate focus either from Mahindra or from Gujarat government. Both the stakeholders feel that there's an opportune time for us to be able to build this into a more substantial opportunity, given all the priorities and focus we as farm equipment sector have and the government has on doubling farmers' income. This would be a very good way to enable doubling farmers' income through creating affordable mechanization solutions.
You said the price will depend upon state to state.
Yeah.
So, but can you share the average price band? From minimum to
Yeah, it will vary from model to model, but it will be lower than the kind of mainstream brand by about 5 to 7%.
So
But it will vary from state to state.
this comes into the overall farm equipment business?
It's a part of the farm equipment sector, yes.
Okay, so this basically is with Gromax you're going to offer more affordable tractors for the marginal farmers. Is that the target customer?
That's correct. That's correct.
Okay, so
Tractors and implements.
implements. And so you said 10 to 12% is the industry growth this year. So will this help you stay above the industry growth?
So 10 to 12% is the outlook for the tractor industry for F18. This is, as I just mentioned, currently a very small part of the tractor industry, market share of less than 1%. This is going into a phased rollout and will not have any significant impact on industry growth for a given year. It is a way for us to strengthen our presence, the lower end of the segment, as Harish mentioned, specifically looking at regional, many of the regional players who are not national.
So the 150 crores is only in Gromax, right? The investment that you're looking at.
That's correct.
Thank you.
Sir,
Yeah.
is there any export targets or any export targets?
This company will focus on domestic business, so it has got, so we are not looking at exports from this company, it's completely domestic focused business.
And any, in this FY, some numbers or some targets? Okay. So, any targets in this FY, the growth or some percentage targets?
I think I just answered that by saying that we normally don't share our volume targets.
I just want to confirm, you mentioned the production capacity is 35,000 or 30,
3,500 a year.
sorry?
3,500 a year per
3,000
shift.
3,500. And right now you're launching 5 new products in this range. Any more targets or any other launches that you have planned in this financial or next 3 to 5 years, or this would be the primary focus with this 5 products?
So this segment is a big segment, and right now we are having 5 products. We'll work on different variants to further maximize the share in this.
Just adding to this, you said the market share is 0.35 to 0.5%, and the industry outlook is 10 to 12% for this year. Just trying to get some insights. Even though the industry using it's accounting 80%, why has Mahindra lagged behind in this particular aspect when it comes to catering to the mass, to the market?
Okay, so just to clarify, Mahindra in the tractor industry has a share of over 43%, which has been gaining significantly over the last 2 or 3 years. We are talking about the market share of this company, Mahindra Gujarat Tractors Limited, as 0.35 to 0.5, not Mahindra and Mahindra farm equipment sector market share. That's over 43%. Does that answer your question? Also, when we announce our market share so far, we have not been adding the market share of Mahindra Gujarat Tractors to the farm equipment market share numbers. Okay, I think